Hey there. This is a video on my experience working for Rite Aid in Long Beach, California. Hopefully, this video helps other people in their jobs, or if you work for Rite Aid or if you don't. But I started working for Rite Aid in early 2017. In February actually is when I started. And when I got hired on by Brian, the district manager, he told me it was diverse, everybody was all hands on deck, giving me the spiel of, it's teamwork, which most jobs aren't. Most jobs are just, it's you doing your work. You have somebody over you telling you you're not doing your work right, or you need to be faster, or, just that same old thing. But the first store that I was sent to was on Cherry, which is in Long Beach. And my training manager there, his name was Sonny. Great guy, knew his stuff, funny, treat everybody with respect, did everything by the book. From what I saw while I was there, I wasn't there for that long, but everyone liked him and, gave him respect. He was very respectful to me. He told me about, how this company is and how they treat people. Didn't really say anything bad about the company, just more or less, stay on your P's and Q's and do what you need to do. I learned a lot from him having to do with, the business of, the way that they do things, because I came from, Vaughn's, working with them. So it was a completely different atmosphere in the way they worked and the way that they handled things. Brian the DM came to me, told me, hey, I have another store to send you to. This one's on Palos Verdes. They don't have an assistant manager. Can you go over and help? Sure. Went over there, was there for a couple of months, met some good people that worked there, working people. The manager there, Merritt, we butted heads, sometimes about work and people's workloads, but he was respectful, never disrespectful to me or to others that I saw. I liked that store just based on the fact of the clientele that would come in. Some of the parents would come in, bring their kids, or some of the senior citizens would come in. I'd be the one giving them ice cream, and they would, drive out of their way and pass up other places just to come and, shoot the breeze with me for a little bit while, I helped them out. It was a great store. It was a great atmosphere. And then a couple of months after being there, I was told, hey, we might have a permanent store to put you at. It's, on Willow. And everyone told me this was a disaster store because of homeless, because of fighting, drunks, and all this other kind of stuff. But Brian told me, hey, the manager's a little rough to deal with. People keep quitting on her. They don't like working with her. But, I'm the kind of person where I kind of try to treat everyone like a phone. Not everyone's bad, just bad connection that day. Just, try again another time. But after being at the store for a couple of days, I saw that her employees did not want to be there while she was there. They hated it. More of a point of the manager that was there was, to me and to other people, very, very racist, to the point that I would sit there and she would call me boy. And to some people that might not be that big of a deal, but black men being called boy is a huge, huge problem. And I made it very clear to her, hey, do not call me that. I don't like that. It's not going to fly here. She continued to do it. She didn't care. She even went to the point of calling me boy over the intercom, and a customer heard and complained. The company didn't do anything. They didn't really care. Continued. So I got tired of it. I called, HR about it. They seemed reluctant to come in because it wasn't that big of a deal to them. Came in, gave us the HR spiel about how everyone's equal and we need to treat everyone the same way and be in merriment at work. You don't have to like each other, but you do have to respect each other and work with each other. Perfectly fine. But after that, got tremendously worse, to the point that this manager would call security anytime a black person came in the store. It got to the point where a doctor that worked not that far away from our store would always come in, and security would be called when he came in and ask me, hey, what the hell's going on? Why every time I come in here, it gets called? And I plain up told him, hey, the manager's racist. When she sees a black person come in, she wants me to follow them or take care of them, and I wouldn't do it. So after the HR issue, I was given just closing shifts, which are 2 to 12 every day that I worked, 2 to 12. No day shifts, no morning shifts, just 2 to 12. That was my punishment. Essentially me having to make sure the store was clean and money was done with a much smaller than, average workforce, which might have been like one cashier and maybe one other person helping me. And, it sucked. But I still worked. I rarely, if ever, called out. I was always at work. I had another assistant there with me. He was stressed out to the point where he started smoking. This manager would just hound this guy all the time. He wasn't black, he was Hispanic, but she was just on him all the time to the point where he kept asking to be taken out of the store, to be sent to a different store. It just the atmosphere at that store was just so bad to the point where I would come up to the manager and be like, hey, is something going on? Is something not right here? Am I not doing something right? Because I do my job, and I do my job well. No complaints, good reviews, customers coming in, passing up other stores just to come to our store because I'm there. So I don't see what the issue is. And, she just made a comment and, said the boy thing again. And I was like, hey, I thought we already talked about this boy thing. And then she looked at me stone cold in the face and was just like, hey, what am I supposed to call you? Colored? I just stared at her in like disbelief. Like, I can argue with this person. I can cuss this person out. I'm a fairly large individual. I'm like 6'3", 250. So it wouldn't look good for me to be yelling at a woman who's, 5'2", 200 pounds, or yelling at any woman, period. But, I digress. So, things just started once again going downhill. We got a new loss prevention guy. He came in, and